And we are live. Greetings one, greetings all, salutations, and welcome to the Junk Shop Library channel, home of Improv Bible Study, the atheist Bible study where we dissect the rancid corpse of the King James Bible of 1611 and tear it into tiny, tiny pieces like it so much deserves. Quick reminder or statement to anyone new to the channel: not for children, not for children. The source material ain't for children. The Bible study you see here ain't for children. If you're children, you got to get your atheist content elsewhere. Sorry about that. Assuming you're not children, welcome. Stay around a while. See what we've got. Consider subscribing and definitely hit that little thumbs up button if you would be so kind. First and foremost, we got to say a special word of thanks to my amazing patrons. These are the folks who have joined via monetary contribution somewhere between $1 a month and dear God, what do you see in me over at patreon.com/junkshoplibrary, and allow the channel to continue and to continue to improve and to continue to strive ever and ever onward toward bigger, better, and more frequent things. In alphabetical order: Atheist Pastor, Aunt Jur, B, Bill, Brainbug, Mark, Caesar, Paul, Camish, Gary, Ilya Moon, Kim, Linda, The Lone Wanderer, Mama Atheist, Nikki, Rain, Robert X, and Santi the Same. Thank you one, thank you all, and thank you so very, very, very much. It makes a tremendous difference. Literally couldn't be doing what I'm doing without y'all. So, cheers. All right. Before we launch into the Bible study today, old Junk Shop got a bee in their bonnet. And I got to smite said bee. While I suspect that most of my friends and neighbors here in the chat and over on Patreon are going to be on the same page with me on this, I took the banner down. I want to reemphasize that this statement is mine only, mine solely and alone, and no one has been consulted and no one has been alerted to the fact that I'm about to do this small rant. I don't mind if other people do drama, but I don't. I walk away quietly from drama and close the door behind me. Respect that door and leave it closed. Having said that, if you're determined to do drama, I'm going to tell you how. You beef with each other. You keep it amongst yourselves, and you don't drag fucking children into it. This is not a yell at any one person in particular. And it's not a yell at anybody in this room. But it's something I've started seeing a lot round about Twitter and round about some other corners of the internet. Is people taking issue, grown-ass adults taking issue with each other and dragging children into it. Literal children. People's offspring, people's younger siblings, and it's bad. It's tacky. It's rude. In a couple of the cases I've been privy to, it's fucking illegal. Don't fucking do it. I can't do anything about it except fucking block you, but I will. Leave kids out of it. You grown-ass adults. Whether you want to act like it or not is up to you. But you leave the goddamn kids out of it. Don't be a jerk. Don't act a fool. Leave the fucking kids alone. And we're back. All right. Have we announcements? That wasn't an announcement. That was a rant. I've been known to do them time to time. We've got a couple of announcements, in fact. We've got some guest appearances coming up. Yours truly popping up another place, and somebody else popping up in the library. First, in chronological order, Wednesday. Well, actually, first, I got to tell you all about Wednesday day. There won't be any improv Bible study this coming up Wednesday, the 30th. I'm going to be running my godson around town, and we'll be dealing with some bureaucracy. And I don't think that I think trying to pack improv Bible study in on top of that would be too much in a day, and it would create stress, aggravation, and problems with time and scheduling. So, no improv Bible study this coming up Wednesday the 30th. The night of this coming up Wednesday the 30th, yours truly, along with someone I just met and whose name I don't remember off the top of my head. Sorry. I'm not good with names. And Auntie Jen from Jen's Little Corner, and Vila Bianca from the Atheist Community of Austin are going to be guests on a panel over on Your Friendly Neighborhood Atheists channel. We're going to be talking atheism and LGBTQ concerns, issues, life, so forth and so on. I anticipate having a good time. I certainly hope that we will. Come join us if you're so inclined. Then Thursday, this coming up Thursday, October the 1st. 30 days, half September. This is September. Yes. Okay. This coming up Thursday, October the 1st, we'll have a special guest, friend of the channel and friend of mine, Bold Captain Kimothy, who some of y'all know from the side chat, and some of y'all know from Twitter, and some of y'all know from both. And some of y'all know from her recent guest appearance on my wonderful wife, Julie LaVoice's channel, talking about reproductive rights. will be joining us here in the library for Mental Health Thursday to talk about side effects and medications and eating disorders and the constellation of ways in which those can intersect in the wonderful world of mental health, mental illness, and treatment. That stream, I do have a trigger warning, a content warning, however you want to phrase it, on that, because we will be talking about eating disorders. And if you have a past history or a current struggle with that or anything related, you might want to skip that one. Go ahead and run over there and hit the thumbs up if you would, sometime between now and then. But there is going to, it's going to be a pretty raw conversation. I also put that behind an age gate. So you will have to be signed in, and you do have to be 18 and up to watch that stream. Just, I figured better safe than sorry on something like that. And then we'll be back for improv Bible study again this coming up Friday. And as far as I know, we'll be doing the regular patron streams at the regular times over the weekend for those of y'all who are patrons. I see we've got a couple of new friends of the channel in the chat. Hello, Johnny Drive-By and Little Wolf. Good to see you. Hope you're enjoying your time with us so far. I see Amiga Nuts dropping all the links. I see Paul admiring the fish, or maybe scared of the fish. I don't know. And the usual suspects running around in the chat. Good to see all of you. OxPMA, good to see you. I have seen you around the YouTubes. I don't think I've seen you here before. Good to see you. Hope you feel welcome and welcomed. Stuttering Chris is here. Christopher, good to see you, my friend. I know this isn't always a good time of day for you, so I'm glad you could join us today. And the usual suspects all running around greeting each other. So far refraining from weird physical contact, but Dave's not here yet, so you never know what's going to happen in the future. All right. Big green, God damn it. Yes, Paul, Big Green Hat interviews. I'm going to move my big green hat over to where I can big green see it so that I can remember to send you a big green DM after we get off here. We'll schedule for sometime this week. I promise September. It might be October, but I did make that whole big deal back in August that we were going to start the interview series in September, but we're about to run out of September. Yes, I did. I forgot. I have not been in the best mental health place lately, and I have gotten distracted from everything, by everything, all the time. All right. I think that's all the announcements and blathering I've got. So without further ado, we're going to launch into the Holy Bible and into what is notoriously the longest chapter thereof. Now, the convenient thing about Psalm 119 is that it is broken up into sections. I don't know how well you're going to be able to see this on your screen. You can kind of see like where the paragraph breaks are, and each one is named after a letter of the Hebrew alphabet. So we'll be stopping to talk about each section as we go. We'll begin, surprisingly enough, with Aleph. Where the devil did I put my glasses this time? Oh, well, not going to spend the whole fucking day. Nope, not under the keyboard. That's where they like to hide sometimes. All right, here we go. Enough of that. Enough of that. I left my Bible in the car. Ha, 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 ha. Psalm 119, subsection 1, Aleph. Blessed are the undefiled in the way, who walk in the law of the Lord. Blessed are they that keep his testimonies, and that seek him with the whole heart. They also do no iniquity, they walk in his ways. Thou hast commanded us to keep thy precepts diligently. Oh, that my ways were directed to keep thy statutes. Then shall I not be ashamed when I have respect unto all thy commandments. I will praise thee with uprightness of heart when I shall have learned thy righteous judgments. I will keep thy statutes. Oh, forsake me not utterly. There we have Aleph. Not a huge amount to get your teeth into. The ongoing refrain of humanity, where the book of Psalms is concerned. I'm going to do good. I promise. Don't forget about me, God. We ain't going to get through it if I don't keep moving right along. What the devil was that? That is not the button I intended to hit. Huh. There we go. Am I back? I think I'm back. I'm back. Hey, Leophilius. Good to see you. I have no fucking clue what happened. I went down to click on the base banner to bring it up, and zoom, StreamYard was gone. Gone it was. This seemed like a good idea, but if the banners are going to be acting up, I don't know if I'm going to keep on doing it. We shall see. Wherewithal shall a young man cleanse his way? By taking heed thereto, according to thy word. With my whole heart have I sought thee. O let me not wander from thy commandments. Thy word have I hid in mine heart, that I might not sin against thee. Blessed art thou, O Lord. Teach me thy statutes. With my lips have I declared all the judgments of thy mouth. I have rejoiced in the way of thy testimonies, as much as in all riches. I will meditate in thy precepts, and have respect unto thy ways. I will delight myself in thy statutes. I will not forget thy word. Okay, why is this division in here? This seems like it's just more of the same as was in Aleph. I'm gonna suck up to God. It's all that's going on here. Yeah. Okay. So hide, edit. There we go. Yeah, it is. It is gonna be. It's gonna be a long night, Paul. Sorry. At least it's only 2.5 pages, right? I'm still stuck on that pic that popped up, says Ox. What the hell popped up? I didn't think I had anything else open. There's one more window that's just floating in the background. Well, all right. Stress not, lest ye be stressed. All right. Gimel. Deal bountifully with thy servant, that I may live, and keep thy word. Open thou mine eyes, that I may behold wondrous things out of thy law. I am a stranger in the earth. Hide not thy commandments from me. My soul breaketh for the longing that it hath unto thy judgments at all times. Thou hast rebuked the proud that are cursed, which do err from thy commandments. Remove from me reproach and contempt, for I have kept thy testimonies. Princes also did sit and speak against me, but thy servant did meditate in thy statutes. Thy testimonies also are my delight, and my counselors. Oh, it was the big book of war crimes. I gotcha. That's the title page of my spare no expense dollar store Bible here, which we here on the channel have renamed the Big Book of War Crimes and Outdated Regulations, Utter Madness and Abuse. All right. So much for Gmail. If I do what God says, God will be happy with me and give me goodies. No, Daleth, my soul cleaveth unto the dust. Quicken thou me according to thy word. I have declared my ways, and thou heardest me. Teach me thy statutes. Make me to understand the way of thy precepts, so I shall talk of thy wondrous works. My soul melteth for heaviness. Strengthen thou me according to unto thy word. Remove from me the way of lying, and grant me thy law graciously. I have chosen the way of truth. Thy judgments have I laid before me. I have stuck unto thy testimonies. O Lord, put me not to shame. I will run the way of thy commandments when thou shalt enlarge my heart. Hey, Captain Timothy, good to see you. You picked a doozy. Daleth. Yep. This is, if this was a whole psalm, we'd call this an I am but a worm psalm. We got to know. I mean, and that's all that this shit has been so far, right? This whole psalm up until this point. It's. Sorry, Paul. I want to make sure you can see the fish. This whole psalm so far has just been about the wondrous works of the Lord and how amazing and upright are his multitudinous laws. Nothing to see here. Hey. Teach me, O Lord, the way of thy statutes, and I shall keep it unto the end. Give me understanding, and I shall keep thy law. Yea, I shall observe it with my whole heart. Make me to go in the path of thy commandments, for therein do I delight. Incline my heart unto thy testimonies, and not to covetousness. Turn away mine eyes from beholding vanity, and quicken thou me in thy way. Establish thy word unto thy servant, who is devoted to thy fear. Turn away my reproach, which I fear, for thy judgments are good. Behold, I have longed after thy precepts. Quicken me in thy righteousness. God's law is good, and those that follow it will prosper. There's nothing here. Oh my goodness. How can this be the longest chapter in the Bible? Sweet bouncing Jesus. Hey, thou. Let thy mercies come also unto me, O Lord, even thy salvation according to thy word. So shall I have wherewith to answer him that reproacheth me, for I trust in thy word. And take not the word of truth utterly out of my mouth, for I have hoped in thy judgments. So shall I keep thy law continually, forever and ever. And I will walk at liberty, for I seek thy precepts. I will speak of thy testimonies also before kings, and will not be ashamed. And I will delight myself in thy commandments, which I have loved. My hands also will I lift up unto thy commandments, which I have loved, and I will meditate in thy statutes. Oh my God, this feels like it's never going to end. Yes, little wolf, exactly. Long-winded ass kicking. How old is the golden orange fish, Paul? They are, all three of them are somewhere between 8 months and a year. When does all the killing start? Says GeoSam. Exactly. We're woefully short on smiting in this Psalms. Worship God, do it right, and you will prosper. God, that's all we've got. That's all there is. Evolve Zayn is next, right? Yeah. Remember the word unto thy servant, upon which thou hast caused me to hope. This is my comfort in my affliction, for thy word hath quickened me. The proud have had me greatly in derision, yet have I not declined from thy law. I remembered thy judgments of old, O Lord, and have comforted myself. Horror hath taken hold upon me because of the wicked that forsake thy law. Thy statutes have been my songs in the house of my pilgrimage. I have remembered thy name, O Lord, in the night, and have kept thy law. This I had, because I kept thy precepts. Well, I'm starting to get a vision of why this psalm was included, right? Vav sein chet. Yes, chet. And yes, I did study a little biblical Hebrew in high school. I was that kind of PK, y'all. There's a reason I do this. Lots of quickening. Yes. Hey, Aunt Jer. Good to see you. Chet. Thou art my portion, O Lord. I have said that I would keep thy words. I entreated thy favor with my whole heart. Be merciful unto me according to thy word. I thought on my ways, and turned my feet unto thy testimonies. I made haste, and delayed not to keep thy commandments. The bands of the wicked have robbed me, but I have not forgotten thy law. At midnight I will rise to give thanks unto thee because of thy righteous judgments. I am a companion of all them that fear thee, and of them that keep thy precepts. The earth, O Lord, is full of thy mercy. Teach me thy statutes. I don't know if you've heard, but whoever wrote this one is really fucking into the statutes and the precepts. And can't fucking write about anything else. Tet. Thou hast dealt well with thy servant, O Lord, according unto thy word. Teach me good judgment and knowledge, for I have believed thy commandments. Before I was afflicted, I went astray, but now have I kept thy word. Thou art good, and doest good. Teach me thy statutes. The proud have forged a lie against me, but I will keep thy precepts with my whole heart. Their heart is as fat as grease, but I delight in thy law. It is good for me that I have been afflicted, that I might learn thy statutes. The law of thy mouth is better unto me than thousands of gold and silver. Oh, Jer, the Psalm 119 is divided up into sections. Each one is named after a letter of the Hebrew alphabet. And I have no fucking clue why, if I'm being honest. Het, tet, yod. Thy hands have made me and fashioned me. Give me understanding, that I might learn thy commandments. They that fear thee will be glad when they see me, because I have hoped in thy word. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hast afflicted me. Let, I pray thee, thy merciful kindness be for my comfort, according to thy word unto thy servant. Let thy tender mercies come unto me, that I may live, for thy law is my delight. Let the proud be ashamed, for they dealt perversely with me, without a cause. But I will meditate in thy precepts. Let those that fear thee turn unto me, and those that have known thy testimonies. Let my heart be sound in thy statutes, that I be not ashamed. Oh, dearie, dearie, me. Is this the most repetitive book I've ever read? Never Again asks. If not, I'll be absolutely damned if I know what would be. I mean, this is fucking painful. We've already been through, let's see, Aleph, Beit, Gimel, Dalet, Hey, Vav, Zayin, Het, Tet, Yod. We've had 10 subsections, and they've all been the same. They've all been the same. If I do what you tell me and do it the right way, will you please give me blessings? Please. The thesaurus is pretty repetitive. I'm not going to try to pronounce your name, but I don't remember seeing you around here before. Good to see you. Hope you enjoy. Het, Tet, Yod. Time for Kaf. No, edit, not show, edit. Some of that rampant professionalism y'all have come to know, love, and expect here in the library. Kaf. My soul fainteth for thy salvation, but I hope in thy word. Mine eyes fail for thy word, saying, when wilt thou comfort me? For I am become like a bottle in the smoke. Yet do I not forget thy statutes. How many are the days of thy servant? When wilt thou execute judgment on them that persecute me? The proud have digged pits for me, which are not after thy law. All thy commandments are faithful. They persecute me wrongfully. Help thou me. They had almost consumed me upon earth, but I forsook not thy precepts. Quicken me after thy loving kindness, so shall I keep the testimony of thy mouth. Surf. Okay, easy enough. Yeah, who hasn't heard the old, yeah, exactly. Who hasn't heard the old bottle in the smoke analogy? I use it every day. People are sick of hearing it from me. If you search my Twitter feed, it's about 60% bottle in smoke. Time for some comparative translation, don't you think? Where's my fucking Bibles? Nope, that's a notebook. That won't help us. There we go. Come on. NIV 119 verse 83. Dooley, 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 doo. 116, 119, 83. Though I am like a wineskin in the smoke. Okay, there's a study note in the NIV from Zondervan Publishing House. Copyright 1985. That suggests, as a wineskin hanging in the smoke and heat above a fire becomes smudged and shriveled, so the psalmist bears the marks of his affliction. Who the fuck is hanging a wineskin over a fire? You trying to make vinegar? Okay, so a bottle in the smoke, a wineskin in the smoke. Let's see what the good old NRSV has to say. Psalm 119, verse 80. Wineskin in the smoke. And there's not going to be any difference in the RSV because the NRSV is just... Can y'all hear that? I'm so sorry. It's these fucking leaf blowers. They come right up to the door. Maybe it's a mistranslation. Maybe it's talking about blowing smoke up your ass. That's possible. It's possible. It makes as much sense as any other damn thing. Go away. Leave me alone. All right. That was Kaf. It's time for Lamed. Lamed. Forever, O Lord, thy word is settled in heaven. The faithfulness is unto all generations. Thou hast established the earth, and it abideth. They continue this day according to thine ordinances, for all are thy servants. Unless thy law had been my delights, I should then have perished in mine affliction. I will never forget thy precepts, for with them thou hast quickened me. I am thine, save me, for I have sought thy precepts. The wicked have waited for me to destroy me, but I will consider thy testimonies. I have seen an end of all perfection, but thy commandment is exceeding broad. So much for Lamed. God's word is good, and if you worship him exactly the right way, he will save you. Yeah, exactly. Microraptor says, I didn't know there were this many ways to kiss God's ass. And Microraptor is correct. Hide, edit. Het Yod Kaf Lamed Mem? Yes, Mem. You know how much of this shit I remembered. Good God in Jerusalem. Okay. Mem. Oh, how I love thy law. It is my meditation all the day. Thou, through thy commandments, hast made me wiser than mine enemies, for they are ever with me. I have more understanding than all my teachers, for thy testimonies are my meditation. I understand more than the ancients, because I keep thy precepts. I have refrained my feet from every evil way, that I might keep thy word. I have not departed from thy judgments, for thou hast taught me. How sweet are thy words unto my taste, yea, sweeter than honey to my mouth. Through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. More of the same. Y'all, these are so short it doesn't seem worthwhile summarizing them, does it? Jesus Christ. Mem, noon. Right? Yes. Oh, Paul's going to be going live again with Matt, the born-again Christian. Interesting. That's going to be fun. Sunday at 1700 hours. And got the link. Thank you. Wait, were these precepts written down? Yeah, they were written down in Exodus, Numbers, and Deuteronomy, and Leviticus. Good God, I blocked out Leviticus so thoroughly I didn't even remember to include it in textual order. Yeah, Little Wolf says my English teacher would be so mad. I never was an English teacher, and I'm mad. There's got to be another word than precepts and statutes, y'all. There's just got to be. Laws, commandments, strictures, exhortations, telling you so's, Noon. Thy word is a lamp unto my feet, and a light unto my path. I have sworn, and I will perform it, that I will keep thy righteous judgments. I am afflicted very much. Quicken me, O Lord, according unto thy word. Accept, I beseech thee, the freewill offerings of my mouth, O Lord, and teach me thy judgments. My soul is continually in my hand, yet do I not forget thy law. The wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts. Thy testimonies have I taken as an heritage forever, for they are the rejoicing of my heart. I have inclined mine heart to perform thy statutes alway, even unto the end. No. Getting into the spirit of it. The offerings of my mouth, prayers and thanksgivings. I'll give thanks with my mouth. I've been known to do that. Moving right along. Mem Nun Samech. Samech. There's only so many sounds the human mouth is capable of producing. I hate vain thoughts, but thy law do I love. Thou art my hiding place and my shield. I hope in thy word. Depart from me, ye evildoers, for I will keep the commandments of my God. Uphold me according unto thy word, that I may live, and let me not be ashamed of my hope. Hold thou me up, and I shall be safe, and I will have respect unto thy statutes continually. Thou hast trodden down all them that err from thy statutes, for their deceit is falsehood. Thou puttest away all the wicked of the earth like dross, therefore I love thy testimonies. My flesh trembleth for fear of thee, and I am afraid of thy judgments. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns in heaven above. Little brain bomb out there for those of you who are close to my age or who have kids close to my age in the Southern traditions. Oh my God. More of this. Yes, exactly. Mem Nun Samech. Ain. 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 I have done judgment and justice. Leave me not to mine oppressors. Be surety for thy servant for good. Let not the proud oppress me. Mine eyes fail for thy salvation and for the word of thy righteousness. Deal with thy servant according unto thy mercy, and teach me thy statutes. I am thy servant. Give me understanding, that I may know thy testimonies. It is time for thee, Lord, to work, for they have made void thy law. Therefore I love thy commandments above gold, yea, above fine gold. Therefore I esteem all thy precepts concerning all things to be right, and I hate every false way. More of the same. Same of the more. Sweet Moses McGillicuddy. How long is this fucking thing? Pay is next. Hi, edit, highlight, type, enter, and show. 300 steps to do one quick thing. Thank you, StreamYard. I love you. Do they really kiss butt this much, says Amiga Nuts? Yes. Yes. And we're 2/3 of the way through this psalm. Coming up on the top of the hour, sweet Moses McGillicuddy. Pay. Thy testimonies are wonderful, therefore doth my soul keep them. The entrance of thy words giveth light, it giveth understanding unto the simple. I opened my mouth and panted, for I longed for thy commandments. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me. Deliver me from the oppression of man, so will I keep thy precepts. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant, and teach me thy statutes. Rivers of waters run down my eyes, because they keep not thy law. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And I'm panting for thy commandments. Some weird fucking shit in this book, y'all. I mean, not to cast any shade or aspersions. Y'all know we're kink positive around here, but I got to admit, when I turned that page, I was not expecting my mouth to be open and to be panting after commandments. I should have sent a Bible verse to that weirdo on Instagram. Zadi. Nope, wrong button. Sorry. Zadi. Righteous art thou, O Lord, and upright are thy judgments. Thy testimonies that thou hast commanded are righteous and very faithful. My zeal hath consumed me, because mine enemies have forgotten thy words. Thy word is very pure, therefore thy servant loveth it. I am small and despised, yet do I not forget thy precepts. Thy righteousness is an everlasting righteousness, and thy law is the truth. Trouble and anguish have taken hold on me, yet thy commandments are my delights. The righteousness of thy testimonies is everlasting. Give me understanding, and I shall live. I am a worm. No man. Nope. No, Microraptor, if there's one thing we've learned over the course of the last 20-odd months and 300-odd episodes, it's that God never, ever gets tired of having his ass kicked. Kicked? I wish. Kissed. Excuse me. Mrs. Freud called and she wants her slip back, sir. Good gravy. More of the same. Okay. Edit. Poof. Whoops, I'm blocking the fish tank. Kof! I cried with my whole heart, hear me, O Lord, I will keep thy statutes. I cried unto thee, save me, and I shall keep thy testimonies. I prevented the dawning of the morning and cried, I hoped in thy word. Mine eyes prevent the night watches that I might meditate in thy word. Hear my voice according unto thy loving kindness, O Lord. Quicken me according to thy judgment. They draw nigh that follow after mischief. They are far from thy law. Thou art near, O Lord, and all thy commandments are truth. Concerning thy testimonies, I have known of old that thou hast founded them forever. Yeah, I agree, little wolf. Little mischief can be fun now and then. There's nothing here. There's nothing here, y'all. Oh my gosh. There's so much nothing, and it goes on and on and on. Reish. Consider mine affliction and deliver me, for I do not forget thy law. Plead my cause and deliver me. Quicken me according to thy word. Salvation is far from the wicked, for they seek not thy statutes. Great are thy tender mercies, O Lord. Quicken me according to thy judgments. Many are my persecutors and mine enemies, yet do I not decline from thy testimonies. I beheld the transgressors and was grieved because they kept not thy word. Consider how I love thy precepts. Quicken me, O Lord, according to thy loving kindness. Thy word is true from the beginning, and every one of thy righteous judgments endureth forever. I picked the wrong damn chapter to be drinking uncaffeinated tea during. Lord. Yeah, Little Wolf, so glad this isn't a drinking game for each time statutes is said. Or statutes or precepts or commandments. We'd all be dead. Dead would we be. D-E-D, dead. Reish. Reish is over. Means it's time for Sheen. Princes have persecuted me without a cause, but yeah, or quickening. Yeah. Princes have persecuted me without a cause, but my heart standeth in awe of thy word. I rejoice at thy word as one that findeth great spoil. I hate and abhor lying, but thy law do I love. 7 times a day do I praise thee because of thy righteous judgments. Great peace have they which love thy law, and nothing shall offend them. Lord, I have hoped for thy salvation, and done thy commandments. My soul hath kept thy testimonies, and I love them exceedingly. I have kept thy precepts and thy testimonies, for all my ways are before thee. I'm doing it right. I'm standing by the law. Why ain't you helping me more? Oh my goodness, it's never going to end. I tell you one thing. I'm glad we're doing this in the live stream format where I've got y'all as help, where I can talk to y'all. Can you imagine if I'd tried to do this back in the old format, pre-recorded with me just reading straight through the whole thing and then complaining about it, junk shopping away? Ugh. No, thank you. Ain't nobody gonna watch that. All right. So much for Sheen. I'm for Howl. Let my cry come near before thee, O Lord. Give me understanding according to thy word. Let my supplication come before thee. Deliver me according to thy word. My lips shall utter praise when thou hast taught me thy statutes. My tongue shall speak of thy word, for all thy commandments are righteousness. Let thine hand help me, for I have chosen thy precepts. I have longed for thy salvation, O Lord, and thy law is my delight. Let my soul live, and it shall praise thee, and let thy judgments help me. I have gone astray like a lost sheep. Seek thy servant, for I do not forget thy commandments. So much for 119. Oh dear, I'm junk shopping. God damn it. How bad is it? How bad is it? Paul says, junk shopping, yes, but sound is good. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's try this. Ta-da! If the sound is good, we'll just, we'll switch off the camera for a little bit and see if that helps us. We do not have great bandwidth here, you see. And so, especially certain times of the day, we don't, oh dear, like a 1980 VHS tape. Yeah, but now you can't see the fish anymore. Don't worry, I knew that was what y'all were here for. That's what y'all were here for, is a big, giant, fat-ass fish. Well, it wouldn't be a junk shop stream if there wasn't some kind of weird technological bibbledy-bobbledy going on, would it? All right, so there was 119. That was the extent of it. That was some tedious fucking shit. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. Statutes, precepts, commandments. You already leaf blew right by the door. Go away. Jesus, goddamn motherfucking Christ. So repetitive, says Little Wolf. Agreed. Okay, so 119, of no credited authorship and no great writing skill. GeoSam says, yeah, shutting down the cam will help with the jump. Yeah, that's the only thing we've found that works. Are they good blowers though? Well, let me put it this way. When they're done, I never have to go panting after commandments. All right. I don't think there's anything else to dredge out of that chapter. So here's the question. We've been going over an hour. And that was a long fucking chapter. But it was odd numbered. And 120 is only 7 verses long. What's the consensus? Do we want to do one more and end on an odd numbered chapter? I know what Paul's going to say. Yes, we have descended into the weird, creepy laugh section of today's broadcast. All right. The consensus streaming in says do one more. So we'll do one more. Couldn't give a fuck. Poor Paul's worn out by Psalm 119. I'm kind of worn out by Psalm 119. And honestly, if 120 was any longer than the 7 verses it is, I wouldn't have even offered. Psalm 120, a song of degrees. I'm making a weird, confused face at the camera as if y'all can see me right now. In my distress, I cried unto the Lord, and he heard me. Deliver my soul, O Lord, from lying lips and from a deceitful tongue. What shall be given unto thee? Or what shall be done unto thee, thou false tongue? Sharp arrows of the mighty, with coals of juniper. Woe is me that I sojourn in Mesech, that I dwell in the tents of Kedar. My soul hath long dwelt with him that hateth peace. I am for peace, but when I speak, they are for war. So judgment upon the enemy. Here's to the evildoer. Arrows and coals. I have no idea what a song of degrees is. Let's see if the study Bible is going to be of any assistance to us here. I got to start putting a fucking bookmark in. Psalm 119. Nope, we're not going back to that shit. Psalm 120. A song of ascents. ASCENTS. Goings up. And the consensus, well, not the consensus, rather, the summary of the study note for that is that nobody fucking knows. That there's some different interpretations. Some of them saying it literally means an ascent, like the going up of the stairs leading to the temple. And some believe it refers to the annual religious pilgrimages to Jerusalem, bringing worshipers singing up Mount Zion. This same title heads 120, 121, 122, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8. Jesus Christ, a lot of songs of ascents. All the way through 134. All right. So, a whole little collection of psalms of ascents. Ascents. we've been going an hour and 10 minutes, y'all. I think we're going to wrap it here. We made it. We made it through the longest chapter of the Bible. If we can do this, we can do anything. We've made it this far. We shall not be defeated nor overcome. The word of the Lord will not conquer us. All right. Well, thank y'all for sticking with us. Little Wolf, you don't have to lie to me. That was not fun in any way, shape, form, fashion, or sense. All right. Thank y'all for coming today. Thank y'all for sticking with me. Hit that thumbs up for me if you would on the way out. It actually does help the algorithm, and I would appreciate it greatly. There was some, go smite yourself, says Linda. Go smite yourself, Psalm 119. Okay, so that'll do it for us today. Today is Monday. We will be off on Tuesday. Make sure you're subscribed to my wonderful wife, Julie LaVoice's channel, because Tuesday is one of her big streaming days. So, hope to see some of y'all over there tomorrow. Remember, Wednesday, no improv Bible study in the afternoon or evening, depending on where you are. But if you can make it, thank you, Amiga Nuts, for dropping that link. If you can make it over to the Your Friendly Neighborhood Atheist channel, we will be having the LGBTQIA plus roundtable with a fantastic assortment of folks, including yours truly, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. I think we're back in Standard Time, Central Daylight Time. It'll be 7 o'clock Central, 8 Eastern. Late as fuck for a lot of the rest of you. Sorry. You know how it is trying to schedule atheists. It's like herding fucking cats. All right. I think that's all I've got. So as we always say before we roll out of here, everybody take care and be safe. And always stand against hate. And we will roll Brainbug's fantastic outro. Thank you very much, as always, my friend. And we'll see you again soon. Bye now.